All right, y'all. First and foremost, give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and his son Hamashiach, who some call Yahushua, Yeshua, Yehoshua, Yahushua, Yashayah. We mostly know as Jesus Christ. Man, I was watching a video earlier today, man. And my brother, Priest Hakah, had brought out this interesting doctrine that I didn't know because I ain't watched the whole thing myself. I didn't know he was teaching it. I'm very familiar with it. I was teaching it, but I didn't know that he was teaching it. And but yeah, he brought it out, and it's a very popular verse. And I told you, Priest Hakah and Hassad, they did a video, and I'm telling you, these are some, and this is why I do so many videos on them, because they are some of the they are some of the most knowledgeable brothers in Israel. But they bounce around stuff. They hide. They know what's there. And Sakari, Chief Priest Gorilla Hebrew, they know what's there. And the reason I know that they know what's there is because how they're shifted their doctrine, how they gotten away from certain things, and they've gotten that way because of the many battles they done went through, going back and forth with brothers. A lot of these elders are just sitting on the darn sideline, sitting in class, and they're not being challenged. See, and that's why they stay stuck in these doctrines, and this stuff is wrong. These brothers said they had over 50 verses that brothers are teaching on these street corners that are wrong. Or they teaching in these classrooms or online that are wrong. If you like, I don't care what you trying to learn. You got to re-question. You have to start over if you have 50 things wrong. And really, a lot of this stuff is just coming from, man, we haven't learned reading, man. It's just basic reading comprehension on a lot of this stuff, man. This one, not so, it is reading comprehension. It is context. But it's also the King James kind of tripped us up on this one. But let me go ahead and let this thing play.
I gotta put y'all on the spot right now, man. That is not. I know y'all gonna get mad at me.
See? And that's what correction does. Correction makes people mad. They make people mad and make people go into the ad hominems, call brothers bug outs, and all of that foolishness. I know it's gonna make you mad. But you need it. You need the correction.
But that is not. Let's break down Revelation 13:10.
Look, he just nervous to even say it. He nervous to even say it.
I see Tribe of Issachar and Nick.
Let me pull it back a little bit. And I gotta be 100 too, because like I say, I've been holding on to this for years. And I've discussed it with my inner circle, and I can see how they responded. I say, man, they not ready. Israel not ready for this yet, man. It's gonna cause an uproar. They just not ready for it. And I got other ones that hit like that. That Israel is just not ready for. They gonna try to locate me. They're gonna try to locate. They're gonna be trying to take the videos down. That's what I'm telling you, man. You need to really evaluate this text. You can't keep watching all of these videos and indoctrinating you. You need to be reading.
13:10.
Look at the laugh, the body language.
Uh.
And I already put it out here. That's what because he already put it out here. So he say, in the 4-part series. Man, I got to.
I see Tribe of Issachar and Nicholas post Revelation 13:10. Must not have watched me and Hassad's 4-part series.
4-part series. Y'all ain't watching. And that's for all of y'all that's in these camps. And y'all just going through the motion, man. You know, you just going through the motion, brothers wasting they and see, I get it though. Yeah, you need to pay a camp fee. Cause you ain't listening, you ain't watching the videos, you ain't learning nothing. Yeah, man, I need this bread, man. Send this. You want to join my varsity school? This is what it costs. Because you can't give nobody now. You can't give kids nothing. Man, my dad gave me that my first car. Man, I tore that car up, man. I tore that car up. Then I had people riding with me. He told me, said, man, don't ride with all them folk, man. Don't be riding with all them Negroes in your car, man. Every door handle on my car was broke from the inside. So to let anybody out, I had to open the door, get out, and let them out, you know, or they can roll the window down. Then my windows even went, my back windows wouldn't roll down. They broke them too. You know what I'm saying? You know, yeah, they broke. You know what I'm saying? Just riding with them jokers inside the car. Anyway, man, I didn't take care of that car. You don't take care of stuff that's just given to you. You don't appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? People don't appreciate it. They take your time for granted. Brother did 4 videos, and then brother still in here quoting these verses that you know we teach against. And I don't know if them brothers in his camp. I think the brothers in his camp. But like, that's frustrating. That's frustrating. But they may not be.
Must not have watched me and Hassad's 4-part series. Scriptures Hebrew Israelites break down wrong. I gotta put y'all on the spot right now, man. That is not. I know y'all gonna get mad at me, but that is not. Israelites been breaking that down wrong for 70 years.
And what is he talking? He's talking about Revelation 13, 9 and 10. And of course, yes, I'm talking about that's a top 5 verse. And we only read one verse out of Revelation 13. You can probably ask a brew, man, what Revelation 13 about? They probably couldn't even tell you. And, man, he who leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. That's what it's about, huh? These folk going into captivity. Shoot.
Sorry, still love you guys though.
And that's what I'm telling you. He knows. In all praises, he even able to say that, you know, being his stance. But so there's some sincerity, there's some honesty there. You got to give him credit for that. It's a start, and I ain't gonna say it's a start because he's been doing this. They've been trying to navigate with things that they've seen problems with. Like the whole reason, you know, me, him, and Chief, Gorilla Hebrew and stuff. We had that debate. That debate started with me, just like I'm doing now, showing a video where, you know, Deacon is saying something that I've been saying, but I've been called a bug out and all kind of silliness, and I hate my people and all of this. But he said in that video that I had shared that y'all Israelites have to stop saying Paul, the Gentiles Paul is sent to, are the northern kingdom. And so I shared that video and said, even Deacon is saying that you cannot be saying these folks is the northern kingdom. One of his minions, I ain't gonna say it, I ain't gonna be disrespectful. But somebody in Sakari probably sent it to him, and then he messaged me, hey man, you want to debate? He didn't even even see the post. You want to debate on it? What's this talk about? I said, bro, it ain't really no debate. I'm agreeing with what you said. You said the northern kingdom was not the Gentiles that Paul went to, and that you said that you watched an apologist knock a Israelite head off with that. And so I was just trying to share that information. And we ended up having a discussion on salvation for Gentiles. But that's how it started. And again, you know, y'all brothers sitting in these classrooms, and then you want to send somebody to try to debate somebody, and you don't even like you don't even know your own stance. Like, y'all gotta chill with that, man. You need to get in class. You need to take notes. Don't waste these people's time. Don't waste the leadership time. Anyway. But you see here, he had to tell them, and I say, you know, I don't know if they in this school. I want to say they are, but I don't know.
We don't need that. We have 45 other verses.
We don't need that. We got other verses to use. All right.
Now,
and there are other verses to use to substantiate, you know, a captivity happening during that millennium reign, in my opinion. But that ain't one. That's not it.
There is, let me go back here real quick.
And that's really all I wanted with this video. That's really all I wanted, y'all. Hold on. I'm gonna show you. We're gonna look at this Revelation 13. And we also just gonna have to deal with technology, y'all. I know you don't want to deal with it. You think that you know, I don't need it. I got the Spirit, but the Spirit had you saying this Revelation 13. Dead wrong. So let's stop doing that too. Let's stop pretending that the Spirit is just, Spirit is moving. It's telling me, and you getting all this stuff wrong. All these things in your doctrine wrong. 50 verses in your doctrine wrong. Oh, well, you need to be keeping the command. You must not be keeping them. You must not be keeping them. You got 50 verses wrong. And I have to, you know, I fell for it too. And I was out here teaching. That's what I'm saying, man. Y'all be thinking about that, man. You don't know how serious it is with, you know, you sitting here trying to be a teacher. What was I doing? I need to share screen. I need to display. All right, this is Revelation 13:10. It's the only verse we need to go. This is the only verse, you know. But if you look at Revelation 13, it's talking about the beast. It's talking about this beast attacking the saints. This beast running through Israel. And then all in the midst of this beast running through Israel, y'all got in there. He that leadeth to captivity shall go. See, we gonna take them into captivity. No. And then it goes back. Well, let me just read it, y'all. Let me just read it for the KJV here. It says, he that leads into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. And like, this is our patience. This what we waiting on. Come on, y'all. Now look at these other verses. Look at the other versions. The NIV. If anyone is to go into captivity he will go. If anyone is to be killed with the sword they will be killed. This is really talking about Israel. This is really talking about Israel. Those who captivity for is for. And this is why you're going to have patience. This is why you're going to have faith. But whoever is for is for. Whoever's supposed to be killed by the sword, they're going to be killed by the sword. This is why you have that revelation. We're talking about these are those who died for his name's sake. Who heads got cut off, who didn't accept the mark, who didn't accept and worship the beast. NLT, if anyone is destined for prison, will be taken to prison. Anyone destined to die by the sword will be anyone that's destined to die by the sword will die by the sword. This means God's people, God's holy people must endure persecution patiently and remain faithful. This is the beast coming out. We're going to have to read it, y'all. We're going to have to read it. Can I just go to the chapter? Yep, look at that. Well, I said verse 1. Then I saw the beast in 10 horns, 7 heads raised up out of the sea. Then 10 royal crowns on his head, on his horns, and blasphemous names on his head. The beast I saw was like a leopard, and the feet were like a bear, and the mouth of a lion, and the dragon gave the beast his power and his throne and the great authority. One of the heads of the beast appeared to be mortally wounded, But mortal wound was healed, and the whole world marveled and followed the beast. They worshipped the dragon, who gave the authority to the beast, and they worshipped the beast, saying, "Who is like the beast, and who can wage war against it?" The beast was given a mouth to speak arrogant and blasphemous words, and authority to act for 42 months. And the beast opened his mouth to speak blasphemies against God and to slander his name and his tabernacle, those who dwell in heaven. The beast was permitted to wage war against the saints and to conquer them. And it was given authority over every tribe, people, and tongue and nation. And all who dwell on the earth will worship the beast, all whose names have not been written in the foundation of the world in a book of life belonging to the Lamb who was slain. He who has ear, let him hear. All right. If anyone is destined for captivity, it's reading it in the NLT. Let me get the KJV. So you see all of this about this beast. And he opened his mouth blasphemy against God, verse 6, to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle and them that dwelt in heaven. He even blaspheming the folks in heaven. And when it was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome them, and power was given unto him over all kindreds, tongues, and nations. Power was given to him over all kindreds, tongues, and nations. Is that all in Israel? We ain't got that in the slides, though. We ain't got that in there. All kindreds, tongues, and nations. Does this mean everybody on the earth? This phrase here, all kindred, tongues, and nation? Then keep that methodology when you see it again in the text, especially in Revelations. Anyway, and all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him whose names are written in the book of life, and the book of life of the Lamb slain from the foundation of the world. All right, and all that dwell on the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life. Okay. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leaveth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that is hit with the sword shall come with the sword. This is the pace and patience of the say, yeah, man, we gonna take him into captivity. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns. Come on, y'all. Then another beast coming. You in the midst of total persecution, man. And it don't say that. Just don't say that, y'all. And that's because a lot of y'all King James only is. That's another thing that's hurting. That's hurting Israelism. Now, I know you may say, if anyone's taken in captivity he goes. If anyone is to be slain with the sword, he must be slain. Here is the call for endurance of the saints. And then look at the cross references. And this is why you got to get out your feelings about just having you just being out here on these streets with a Bible. You ain't got to do it like that no more. I know you get a little proud and you get a little arrogant about, I can run off 5 verses on the subject. Yeah, well, I can just go to the darn Bible Hub, pull it up, and you got the little precepts, which I'll call precepts, but these correlating verses that come with the verse. It's already here. But this is the one we want. Jeremiah 15:2. It says, if they ask you, where shall we go? And this is for the reader too. Reader, he tell you a verse. You got the correlating verses here. It's time to get with the times, man. This ain't 67 no more. 65, whenever they one would start. This ain't that no more. 69, whatever. If they ask you, where shall we go? You are to tell them that this is what the Lord says. Those destined for death, to death. Those destined for the sword, to the sword. Those destined for famine, to famine. Those destined for captivity, to captivity. It's the same thing. And it's written like this in the KJV. It's the same thing that's being explained in Revelations 13 verse 10. And my brother Priest Hakah explained this in 40 some and plenty other verses that a lot of you couldn't sit through the class. You couldn't sit through it. All right. Those who follow him, you couldn't sit through it. Those who love his content, you couldn't sit through it. And so you go back on the street corners and you go out here and say things that are incorrect. You say things that are incorrect. And you understand, man, that, be not many teachers, for they will receive the harsher judgment. They receive the the harsher condemnation, man. Be mindful. Like, this thing ain't no joke. I know y'all may want to get some clout, or y'all like people following you, and you want to be man, be careful. A lot of y'all going through all kinds of foolishness, man. And you trying to be a leader, man. You need to chill out. You need to sit back. We seen you. Told y'all this community small, man. I got some other content we got to bring out. I may bring them out tomorrow, man. It's getting a little late. Plus, I got a little work to do. But yeah, man. Y'all willing this thing was edifying. Y'all be blessed. We'll see y'all on the next one. Shalom.